Hi everyone, it's the River Hunter. So today I'm back out. This time it's gonna be a compilation of three different dives that I did back in October 2021. Since I just had to go a couple times because it was freezing cold and I couldn't stay out that long. I did it in three different dives and I always spotted more stuff. Right here I'm out with my best friend. She joined me for the first time. So just check out what we found and enjoy the video.
It's tricky. And I can't go down. Oh wow. Nice. Wow. Yeah. Never. Oh.
So check this out, my best friend, she said when we went out that she has to find some gold. And right here she was just randomly digging stones to see how it works. And she called me over because she found that big gold chain and I took it out for her. And it's so old, it's sticking to a rock and it was buried pretty deep actually. Check this out. So right here I was floating on top and I spotted some rings, so I went back and tried to relocate them. It's sometimes quite difficult when you spot them further outside because the current is pushy and you have to first relocate them and then be able to go down and maybe hold on to a rock or something that is strong enough to not get pushed away by the current, and then relocate it, grab it and be down at the exact same spot where they are. So this sometimes results me trying a couple times. Right here I ended up getting them, but it took me like 10 attempts or even more and I didn't have it on GoPro, but you will see them at the end. So right here I came pretty close, but the current pushed me away because I couldn't hold on to anything. And here I realized that it's two rings. I just thought it's one, but it's actually two. So right here, this is the closest that I came on having it on GoPro. I ended up getting them, but I stopped filming, so it's not on the video, sadly. So I saw this paratrain and missed it. But right now, for those who are following my videos for a while, maybe you remember this right here. Check out, I laid this cross right here in my last video, and this is the spot where I found all these super old coins. I don't know if you remember this, but if you haven't seen the video, make sure you go check it out. It will be linked in the end of this. So right here I spotted a coin while getting the ring that I didn't spot before, but sadly I couldn't hold my breath any longer and had to leave it there, and I was never able to relocate it again. But check out this insane ring that I found. It's super crazy. So with the water temperature being in the lower 50s and me being out already a couple hours, I really have a hard time right now because my fingers are deep frozen and I can't really grab anything anymore. So I couldn't hold my breath any longer, so here's my second attempt, and as you see, I finally got it. So this is the third part of my dive compilation. This day today is actually 46.5 degrees water temperature, so it's pretty cold and I'm not too willing to go off my armor dress, just trying to grab stuff from the edge that I only have to reach down. And I came by the spot where I dove with Bondi Treasure Hunter and we found a couple crystal stones, and since the water level today was lower, I checked again and was able to search some cracks a little longer without having to dive down, and luckily I found some more crystal stones. Another reason I went back out today is because already in the last video and also in the previous two hunts of this videos, I saw this animal sign lying down on the bottom of the river, and I was hoping to be able to get it out with my magnet, but I figured it's almost impossible because it was stuck to the rocks and the current was pushing and I couldn't go swim against the current and stuff, so I had to go down with this cold water temperature. I was freezing cold, but luckily I got it out. Oh yeah, and I got that scooter out as well. All right, welcome to the wrap up. So, where do I start? Actually, this dive is back from October 2021, and by now it's March. I was out a lot of times because the water level was super low and the visibility was super clear, and I was able to dive some spots that I was not able to go down before. That's why I found so much there. Also, the last video that I've posted was from the same area, more or less, where I also found most of that stuff. So I found a pretty cool spot I was never able to dive before, since I'm diving in this river actually. This is a compilation of three different dives. The first time my best friend joined me, she found that gold chain. I was super happy for her, but that's why it's not in here. Also, a couple other things might be not in here. For example, I remember that pearl chain. I just went through the video and that was plastic, so I threw it away. And maybe there's some other stuff, but the most things are still here. And yeah, actually the exciting stuff is here. So I found this old animal sign. I spotted it a couple times and I didn't want to go in because it was super cold. The water was in the lower 50s actually, and air temperature was as well, like in the lower to mid 50s. So even when I went out to water, it was pretty cold. And also I use a 5mm wetsuit, which I'm using since 4 years, so it leaks in everywhere, and every time I dive down, like, the water flows through. I cannot avoid this, so you can imagine I was super cold diving down for this stuff. So that's why it took me a couple days to go back for the next stuff, because I always spotted things, was not able to get them, and then went for them the next time that I was out. So that's why it's kind of a compilation. Here's a couple coins from, I think, 2 different dives, from those 2 dives. I didn't count it. I don't know how much it is. And there's also a couple coins that are too old to read any printing of them, because the water, like, polished them. And I have no idea what type of cones it is and how old they are, but there are a couple of them in here. One of my favorite finds is this ring. I found it the day that I was out with my best friend, and look at this. It's 925 stamped somewhere. It has these little diamonds. I don't have a diamond tester. I don't know if it's real or not. And this blue stone. And I have no idea what the stone is. And also, actually, I have no idea about anything about that ring, other than it's just 925 stamped. And yeah, that's the only stamp that is in there. I hope the stone is a precious one, but I can't tell 100%. But the way that it's made is, like, pretty detailed, and I don't know, it might be something good. I'll have to get it checked someday. I don't know, but I love the ring. If this one looks familiar to you, you would have to tell me where you lost it. and I'll return it. I return anything that people can prove that it's theirs and that they have to tell me where they lost it. So I'll be sure that it goes to the right person back. So that's about that ring. Then I also found this stone. I don't know, it's probably not too special, but it looks cool, so I just took it along. It sparkles a little bit. Also, I found this super old bracelet. I've seen it so many times, but it was stuck. And one day I just tried again and it came out because I didn't want it to break it. I don't know if I actually broke it or not, but it was stuck. And yeah, that's the part that I got out. I believe it's silver because it's a little bit tarnished, but since it's not the full thing, I cannot tell 100%. And it has these blue stones, which look pretty awesome. So I don't know, it's probably super old, but I don't know if it's valuable or any precious or not. But I picked it along anyways. Then I also found those two rings. These took me a while to get them, and the water that day was super cold. And look at this, it has such a big type of diamond. I don't believe it's a real diamond, to be honest. Also, there's no stamp or engravement inside. And I found just this ring next to it. So maybe that was kind of a breakup and somebody threw them just all in. They were at the exact same spot, so I don't think that they have been lost. Both the same there. This one's also 925 stamped, I believe. There is some type of stamp, and it should have a 95 stamp somewhere. There it is. So those, I don't know, maybe that was a breakup, maybe it's some stolen stuff, or maybe it just happened that they got lost like this. I found them like that in the river. So I don't know, because they're like all tarnished and there's some stuff growing on them. They must have been there for a pretty long time. Then also one of my favorite finds, that was a different dive. I found this super old ring. I think it's 925 stamped. It says PT, probably 925, I'm not 100% sure. And look at this, this is so old. I believe it's so old because it has all these little points. I believe that's sand that went through, or maybe stones that went through that ring or above that ring, that it looks like this is so old. I believe it's old. And also it's like pretty detailed. You can see right here how it's made, its shape and everything. And I also don't know about the stone. It looks violet, but the violet thing is just stuff from the river that grows on it. The stone is actually clear. Also, I have no idea what type of stone it is. Those two are definitely my favorite ones. Even if one of those is actually diamond, I'm still going for these because I love the look of them. So that's a pretty unique find. Also found some bracelet. It's like tarnished a little bit, or I believe it's junk. I'm pretty sure it is. Then I found this. I believe it's stainless steel. It was broken, but I clipped it back together. And yeah, also a couple coins. So that was one dive, and then these were like together. This is actually from the spot that I dove with Bondi Treasure Hunter. If you didn't saw the video, I'll link it up here somewhere after the video. We found a lot of crystal stones, and I went back to the spot and checked another crack from the rocks and found a little more. So I don't know why I found so many healing stones, but it's super fun finding them. And I love the different looks of them. I think this one is one of my favorites. And I don't know about all their meanings and what they actually heal or what the purpose of each stone is. But I know that they have like sort of energy and it can heal things. Because I have some friends that are also spiritually and like they know about stuff like that. So from time to time I learn something a little bit about it. But I don't know the deeper meaning of each of that stones. But this one's one of my favorites. And yeah, actually that's it. I hope you liked the video. It was like sort of a compilation now. If so, leave a thumbs up. Let's see what else I can find in the river. Wish me luck and see you at the next time. Thanks so much for watching.